Hello, Facebook Live. What's happening, everybody? Hello, hello. It is the 11th of July already. A special day for me here at the restaurant. Special day for me in general. It's my anniversary today. So 21 years. 21 years. I got it right. 7-11. 21 years, been married. So Jamie's in the office, just not on camera. Her and I were away all week in Atlanta, Georgia, watching our son play baseball, and we drove 14 hours back through the night and got back at 8 o'clock this morning. So, but I want to talk about business. This is one of the first times we were away that we weren't really doing business. We were with our son, doing a bunch of things with our son with baseball. So thanks, Jeff. Jeff Harrison's on. How's it going, Jeff? Jeff's a restaurant marketing genius out in California. And I've had many great conversations on bots and technology and restaurant marketing. So Jeff knows his stuff about marketing in general, especially with restaurants. Restaurants are a very unique breed of businesses. And I want to talk today about the last place to look for inspiration for your business, which really isn't the last place to look, but it's sort of what people think about being narrow-minded about getting ideas from people or other industries or other businesses. So I belong to a mastermind group for almost 12 years, 11 years. I was part of a mastermind group with other restaurateurs, and we locked ourselves in a conference room for 2-3 days, 3 times a year, and we shared all of our marketing ideas, all of our operational ideas at contests, and a bunch of really cool things. We got lots of energy, and we got recharged and came back to our restaurants to kick butt. And that was awesome. That was awesome that we could go with our peers and learn with our colleagues, people who were in the restaurant industry. But I want to talk about the possibilities of learning from outside of your industry. And a lot of people in certain industries are blindfolded by what other people can say that don't have experience in their field. And first of all, hi, John. John Constable's on. Hi, John. John owns a business, another business owner. So several points I want to make in here. That book right back there, White Heat, Marco Pierre White, in his book, Devil in the Kitchen, his book that he wrote in 2008, he talks about how he was so immersed into food, into cooking, into being a chef in the kitchen, that he kind of lost sight of other parts of the industry because he was so involved and so narrow-minded and so focused. And he was arguably, one of the best chefs, the youngest chef to ever get 3 Michelin stars, the only British chef to ever get 3 Michelin stars at the time, and handed all of his stars back in 1998, called Michelin, and said, I don't want the stars. Please don't include me in your next guide. I'm officially retiring December 23rd, 1998. And he handed all of his stars back and said, I don't want the pressure. I don't want that. When he stepped out of the kitchen, he said, now I realize how narrow-minded I was. I was all focused on food, and there's so many other influences and other things that a restaurant needs to be successful, and I was just too narrow-focused. And a lot of us only go to our peers for advice. And Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, Elon Musk made it a point to hire zero people on his team from Detroit, because he didn't want that peer, that colleague influence. He didn't want people saying what he can't do, because people in Detroit have done things a certain way for so long. Just like other chefs, when I talk to other chefs, we've done things a certain way for so long that we can't think sometimes outside of the box. Like Marco Pierre White said, I was only thinking food. I wasn't thinking other things. And in our marketing mastermind group, we started inviting in other industries. And one of the industries that we invited in were auto shops, so auto repair shops. And we would sit there, talk all about restaurant stuff and get technical stuff. And somebody who had no idea about the restaurant, the few people in the group that were from the auto industry, looked at us and goes, why can't you do it this way? And we start scratching our heads, and we're like, yeah, we could do it that way. We've never thought about doing it that way because we're stuck in our industry. And our industry, we've never been able to maybe think in that direction. So by having other industries influence your industry, it opens up a vast array of options, ideas, opportunities, things that you wouldn't think of yourself. And it's amazing once these people, and then we would go to them, we'd go to the body shop, the auto repair places, and goes, well, why don't you start doing this? And why don't you start doing that? And they were like, well, yeah, I guess I could do that. And Elon Musk in his book explains it so well. He goes, I wanted zero outside influence. I wanted people that were not going to be there telling me what we can't do. I want people that have no idea what Detroit operated like. They have no idea what it was to do that. And he literally hired people. That had almost no experience in the automotive industry for that reason. One of the best restaurants, voted one of the best restaurants, one in DC. I forgot what it's called. Josh Rosenthal. I forgot. But there's a restaurant in DC, and he hired zero people based upon their resumes. Zero based upon their resumes. He only hired people who had good attitudes and that were willing to learn and that had the drive and the ambition to want to learn. And shortly after they opened, a year or so, 2 years after they opened, they were literally named one of the best restaurants in America. And with zero, he had people that were managing his restaurant that had no restaurant experience a year before. Zero restaurant experience a year before, and now they were managing a restaurant. So having outside influence is vastly, vastly important. So when I say the last place to look for inspiration for your business, of course, that's kind of a joke, that title of this video, because you want to look for outside experience. You want to get the outside experience. And another thing you definitely want is you want to learn from other people's mistakes. Other people's mistakes are very important. You can really improve or shorten your time of learning. My book, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. These are 50 mistakes that I've made. This book's available for free, by the way. Just go to 50mistakes.com, and you'll see the link there to click Get My Free Book. Just pay a few bucks for shipping, and we'll get that book out to you right away. 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. Written for the restaurant industry, but again, this applies to any industry. I love, when I read articles, I look at all these marketing articles, and sometimes a lot of times the marketing articles that I read are not even for restaurants, but I want to see what other industries are doing, other businesses are doing for marketing, because I can get ideas from that the restaurant industry might not think of. And I've given ideas to people in other industries. I'm like, man, we do this in the restaurant industry. If you did this in your towing business, if you did this in this business, they're like, yeah, I can totally do stuff like that. So make sure you make a point. In Jay Abraham's book, Jamie, what's the name of Jay Abraham's book? Which we just heard this point again. He makes a point of him saying in the beginning of the book to go out and get outside influence. If you don't know who Jay Abraham is, the mastermind marketing system, Jay Abraham. In the beginning of the book, he makes a point of saying, go outside and get outside influence. Learn from people that don't know what you're doing. Makes that point strong in that book, and really hits the point home. Jeff says, such a brilliant point. Oh my God, thank you for sharing. Awesome, Jeff. Thanks for commenting. I get a lot of ideas from Jeff. Jeff's really a great marketer, so thanks, Jeff, for tuning in. I love tuning into Jeff's live videos too. So he's always out, and he's out in California, so we always have, when it's in the wintertime here, I look at the warmth of Southern California where he's at, and kind of warms me up as we're cold here in New York. But Jeff does some really awesome marketing stuff as well. And Jeff has interviewed me. I've interviewed him on lives. And yeah, so collaborating with people that are like-minded, collaborating with people that have no experience in your industry, all of that is super, super valuable, super important. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And go to 50mistakes.com, get a copy of my book for free, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make. It's wise to learn from your own mistakes. It's even wiser to learn from other people's mistakes. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you later.